start streaming.
Yeah. That's just what Eons of Battle is.
8.
Awesome.
Woot woot. All right. All right, and then we just wait for the
Pop-up chat.
and then we just wait for the peanut gallery to roll in. Dr. Drokel. Yes, it is the grand finale.
Yeah. Finale.
It doesn't feel like these guys took that long.
They took exactly 8 episodes.
8 episodes.
Hey, Kilgore Void.
Kilgore Void, hello. Tower 115 podcast. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome one and all to the epic
It's the grand finale.
8-part miniseries. There's not an awful lot to do left. I gotta paint tongues, teeth, eyeballs, and these Genestealers with the rending claws instead of the scything talons. I need to paint up their little claws. Kilgore Void, a small herd of giraffes sends their regrets that they cannot join us this evening.
Oh no. I'm very sad.
Hello, Lucky Bat.
Hey.
A little bit more matte medium. Is this? Yeah, it's matte medium.
Who's Matt?
Why do I have his medium?
Are there some tarot cards in there? Is that what they do? What are mediums?
I think they talk to the dead, right?
Ah. Is that how the tarot cards work?
I feel like the tarot cards are just made up.
Whoa. I think that's insensitive to someone. Probably.
I mean, Long Island Medium obviously talks to the dead. She has the gift of being able to do that.
Yeah, she's the only real one.
She was given exclusive television rights to the afterlife.
Oh, that's really lucky.
Mm-hmm.
That just worked out that way. Tower 115. Did you guys get McDonald's this morning?
I did actually go get McDonald's this morning. It was fine. They give you a lot of food for like $5. They give you 3 flapjacks.
Did you feel fulfilled?
I didn't even finish the pancakes. They give you.
Wow. I mean, to me that just sounds like you're a quitter.
But you get 3 pancakes. You get a biscuit with some jam. You get a hash brown, and you get a cube of eggs.
Yep. The old cube of eggs.
Like I think they made a pan of scrambled eggs, and everyone gets a slice.
Mm. Yeah,
it was all right.
It wasn't as delicious as you remember.
I think because when you're a kid, I was all about the pancakes. Oh, and you also get a little piece of sausage.
Yeah. Well, I got a little piece of sausage right over here.
But now that I'm adult, I ate all the food first, and then I just finished like a half of a pancake. Craig Turpin, hi.
Hey, Craig.
Has anybody else heard of Angle card reading? It's the same thing.
Angel?
Oh yeah, Angel card readings. It's the same thing with just less pagany. Is it less pagany?
Oh.
I miss working with Cisco's egg food product.
Or IKEA's $1 breakfast.
It's just an hour drive to get some breakfast.
Yeah. hour
Yeah.
drive either direction you want to go. Mm-hmm.
I do love IKEA though.
Yeah, it's great. I've not been there in a minute. I got a lovely beer containment unit from there. That's what it's called. Quite great.
But like a mini fridge?
No, like a remember my beer glass
Oh
that I
yeah,
have?
yeah.
Yeah. A mini fridge. Who do you think I am? Everything's
I want a mini
warm.
fridge to keep all of my burp waters.
Ah,
That's
isn't that the
that is
dream?
the
Isn't
height
the
of
dream to
luxury.
be well
Yeah.
off enough to be able to have that?
To be out to have a $40 mini fridge.
One day.
Ooh, Craig Turpin works very close to IKEA.
That's very lucky. Apparently, it's not bad for breakfast. I mean, it's $1. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to complain. And if you like horse meat already, I mean, you're halfway there. I feel like you can eat horse.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
for
that's
sure.
fine. Little Kentucky Derby. Delicious.
We used to go there for team breakfasts. Oh my! Your company must have been a big spender.
Yeah.
All right, we brought the entire staff, so it's going to be about
All right.
$20.
That's really funny.
Can I have an iced tea? That's not in the budget. That's another dollar.
Yeah. It's $2. Before the troubles began. What are these troubles?
Kilgore Boy does love a Waffle House hash brown.
Did you get a hash
I
brown
did.
with your meal?
The hash brown was delicious. I did.
You did or did? Ah, okay. I feel like that's really what the meal is for me. There's the hash brown and other things also are there. Nick, COVID. Cove what? Do you think that there's one person that doesn't know that
Some
exists?
guy in Wyoming.
Yeah.
He was just like,
And you just broke
I
the
have
news to him right
Coronas
now.
every weekend. What are you talking about?
I like to think that there's one guy that just doesn't know.
Probably some doomsday prepper.
He's just so off the grid. Yeah, he's just so off the grid, it's fine. But Craig Turpin, I was hoping like there was an office catastrophe. Like they ran out of money and they couldn't even pay the dollar breakfast, or there was a fist fight at the IKEA. I don't know, I was hoping for something crazy.
Before the dark times. Before the Empire.
Exactly. So Boyd, hey, do you think the scientists in Antarctica are just staying there till this blows over?
That's true.
You might as well.
The astronauts, nah, we don't have to come back yet.
Yeah, we'll just stay up here. It's a lot more fun.
Yeah, we'll just eat the lab mice.
There it is. Well, and you have Elon send some supplies up. Dr. Drokel, I'm sure some tribal people in the world probably don't know. Probably. But yeah.
In the before times, in the long, long ago. Yeah, I think we're about a year or two away from Mad Max. You know
They
what
were
though?
close.
There's another movie called Turbo Kid, and that universe is a lot like Mad Max, but there's no gasoline, so everyone just rides bicycles. So you've got like super badasses
I
on
feel like
bikes.
that's a little. I bet you that's what happens. Joey Flores was late. Blamed it on the
Yeah, a likely
notification.
story.
How dare you? Mm-hmm. I think you want to be late.
Whose stream are you watching?
Yeah. Where were you? What were you doing? How dare you cheat on us like this? Speaking of cheating, uh, we're trying to determine what we should do
Oh
for the
yeah.
next stream, since this is the finale of Gene Stealers. And if you want to have some input, we have a poll going up on our Patreon. So if you want to join our Patreon, you can vote on the next model that we do on the stream.
And if you don't vote, then Craig Turpin just gets to pick. So everyone
Yeah.
head on over to the Patreon. Joy Flores. I was not watching Trapped Under Plastic. I was also watching Trapped Under Plastic. That's hilarious. But you know what? I stopped for the stream. Mostly because I'm the host, but...
Yeah, mostly because
yeah.
you have to.
Next we'll be painting IKEA furniture.
Next, you'll be painting. Perfect. Too far away to go, though.
Ooh, Joy Flores.
It's an hour either
Joy
direction.
Flores finished painting their Ultra Smurfs. Their 2 demo Ultra Smurfs. Have you got that scheme locked in? Also, can I guess? Is blue part of the color scheme of your Ultramarines?
Still waiting for the kitchen painting stream.
Just paint rollers and plastic everywhere. Can't hear anything because there's no audio. Kilgore Void, I'm debating on what to paint my new squad. Should I go for the classic garish colors or more muted modern colors? Well, if you have a whole squad, you could always do a little column A, a little column B. Maybe you could do a little, like, instead of them being completely garish, they just have one garish thing, like their gun is obnoxious, but everything else is muted. Yeah.
Or they're obnoxious, but their gun is muted.
They say you always want to draw attention to the weapons and the faces. You should do a Bob Ross challenge where you paint a mini with a house painting brush. That would be difficult. problem is with their red colors is that they wind up looking like a bunch of short, angry Santas.
It is.
Defeated the Wall of Flesh and got the Gobtink. Way to go. Now you got rocket boots.
Ah, nice.
Assuming that you've got like the 4 gold or whatever they cost.
Love a good Gobtink.
Gotta Gobtink it up.
I love make every weapon either better or worse. A lot worse. Yeah, shake that paint.
It's Bugman's Glow, which I actually find separates really bad. It's also probably one of my oldest paints. It's in the old old pot.
You should get a vortex mixer.
I really should.
That picks it right up.
No, everything looks fine.
I'm working on some of my secret kill team, and I'm really liking something that's happening with them. But tomorrow's going to be a fun day, because I'll have, I think, a few extra hours to do a little bit of work on them, because I bought some paints that I want to try out. I've been watching a bunch of tutorials. So I'm going to try out some new techniques.
I'm not even done building. I'm falling behind.
These guys are pretty easy to build.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Dark Eldar. Craig Turpin. Here's an observation. In Canada, where I'm from, 40k minis are Trest chair? But then I sometimes see YouTube videos, like our latest, where a mini gets destroyed. Seems a bit wasteful, no? Where 40k minis are Trest chair. Treasure? I don't know what you're trying to say, Craig Turpin. I do though. Treasured? Yeah, I disagree with people just breaking stuff for views.
Although we did on our last video.
Yeah, but that was a model I was never gonna...
expensive. Well, that was a... Yeah. That was a
Blackreach orc that I already ruined.
A Blackreach.
Yes, a knob.
Yeah.
I have a few dozen of those. Yeah, I think sometimes it's worth it in the for the video, just for audience engagement.
Yeah, you always want people to comment.
Yeah,
especially about that. You ruined a model.
Justin H, can you only buy Tamiya extra thin online, or can I find it at local hobby stores? I've been able to find it in hobby stores, but I think I've also bought it online as well. World War Art. Yeah!
Congratulations, World War Art. You're a lucky duck. Eric Iverson, have you seen the different ways Midwinter Minis has painted GENESTEALERS?
I thought it was all right.
It is a speed paint?
He does 4 simple color schemes. And yeah, it was 4 simple color schemes of the Space Hulk GENESTEALERS. I mean, it wasn't bad. I sound very down on it. It was fine. I don't remember any of the color schemes. But I don't think that video really blew up at all. I think he probably should have said like 4 easy Tyranid schemes instead of 4 easy Space Hulk GENESTEALER schemes.
Yeah, so you could apply it to more things.
And he also just, base coat, wash, highlight, base coat, wash, highlight, base coat, wash, highlight.
You should look at the Patreon what Joey Flores posted.
Oh no, J equals a
It's
critical
amazing.
drinker. I don't want to be the critical drinker. I liked the video. It's a fine video. It just didn't stick with me very much. Like I think some of his other videos are much better.
Sounds
Ah!
like you hate him and you hate everything about him. Why
Oh
would you
no,
say
I had
such a
no idea.
thing?
I had no idea that's what I said.
You just start losing control of the bus.
Ah. I've been using Citadel plastic glue, but I've been trying to find something that applies better and has better applicator. Luckily, Tamiya was recommended. Yes, I love Tamiya Extra Thin, and I like Tamiya Extra Thick, which is
Yeah.
homemade. Don't buy the orange Tamiya Thick glue. It kind of sucks. But buy two extra thins and then put sprue into one of them. It works really nice.
Yeah.
It probably,
Chris Tom,
it probably does horrible things to your health, but
yeah, probably. Chris Tom is catching us live.
Ooh.
Hey, how are you?
It's the grand finale of our GENESTEALERS.
Genius. Eric Iverson. What's wrong with highlight in that order?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I don't know. I don't need a video. Like there was no hook. There is no like, let me try out this thing. That's kind of unique.
And I think, especially, I feel like I don't think the speed painting videos speak to you.
No, not really.
Because that's not how you do it.
Yeah.
And so I think really it comes down to that.
Joey Flores, I love the Smurf Marines.
They're so good.
So good. Oh my god. If you do an entire army like this, that would be the greatest thing of all time. We will do everything in our power to promote the Smurf army. To make sure the Smurf army gets out there. It kind of reminds me of the Mexicrons from like 2014. Somebody made a Mexican Necron army.
I remember that. No, he's making a kill team.
That's still
That's a great kill team.
That is still awesome.
That's a super fun kill team to have. If you want to see it,
it'd be great.
Join the Patreon.
Yeah. And imagine the frustration of your enemies when you beat them. They're like, "Oh, I lost to the Smurfs."
They'd be so mad. Yeah, they would go contemplate their life.
Mm-hmm. I was looking all over for extra thick, but couldn't find it. They do make a thick glue product. It comes in an orange with an orange cap, but I didn't like it. I used it for a little while. It's too thick. It kind of dries and it has kind of a body to it. Didn't care for it, but a little bit of random sprue in the extra thin works wonders.
And it'll shorten your life, which also might be beneficial.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. If you want a real challenge, you wash, highlight, wash, base, zenithal, wash, prime. Yeah, that's the real order.
That's a good way to do it.
That's how the pros do it.
Dr. Trokel. You should use magnets to attach the leaves to the bases when you're done. Always magnetize your leaves.
World War Art Tamiya is a brand that makes hobby products, and they make a very nice plastic glue. They probably make the premier plastic glue.
There was a lot of fun comments on the video today about magnets.
Mostly positive.
Mostly positive.
Yeah.
Few negative, but you always want some of those too. But I love a good negative comment. Some of my favorite comments are negative. You're silly. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Joy Flores, I have an old school captain coming in later this month, the metal one. Can't wait to paint it in the scheme. Ooh, which metal captain? There's so many. Does he have the pole? Does he have like a banner pole on his backpack? Is it the old Cato Sicarius? Is it the old Cato Sicarius?
Hey, Zerg619. How are you? Kira Void was very attracted to today's video.
Yeah. It's one of our best.
Where you could say that your poll was aligned with
Mm-hmm.
it. Get it? Poll?
I don't get it.
Poll.
So I had a thought today. I was looking at the Space Marine Primaris ATV, which I think is the worst model in a while. And I was thinking, you know, this would work really nicely as an orc thing. It looks a lot like the old orc buggy, like the metal orc buggy.
Oh.
And so maybe I'll get one, and then I'll put out a video called, like, I said I'd never buy this, and I orc it.
That would be cool. There it is.
Ooh, Joy Flores. The captain is the one with the plasma and power sword, basically Cato Sicarius. I was thinking of getting a fine cast of the Cato, but this one just resonated. Think it's the second edition one. Holy cow, second edition. Space Marines barely look like Space Marines in second edition. That is super cool, though. I like the old stuff as well.
Craig Turpin asks, what's the shop you buy from, J/Nick? In terms of magnets or life?
Yeah, magnets K&J, models eBay. Life McDonald's.
Or a little Craigslist sale.
Mm-hmm. Or a Craigslist sale.
Life is all about McDonald's. Magnets, yeah, K&J.
Heart. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Every Ultra Smurf wants to be Cato Sicarius. Except Marnius Calgar. Marnius Calgar hates Cato. Or Cato. However you say it.
Eric Iverson's down for the Space Marine ATV into Orc Buggy.
Question is, do I have enough plasticard?
I said I would never buy this.
Yeah, you gotta think of titles that are just clickbaity enough.
Everyone loves a good clickbait, don't they?
Everyone. Well, I think clickbait is okay if there's the substance there too. Like if someone posts a video like, guy jumps out of burning building into river, you know, life saved. That's a clickbait. That's a bad clickbait video if it doesn't happen. If it happens, it's just awesome. I think a Primaris Black Templar upgrade, High Marshal, and Emperor's Champion would be cool. Would be cool with the new melee Marines. That would be pretty epic. I think supposedly there is going to be some Black Templar love coming in the new edition. Although I don't think I've heard Kirioth say that yet, so it's definitely not official. But I've seen it on Facebook, and you can definitely believe everything you see on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook's real.
But yeah, I would love to see a Black Templar Primaris sprue. I would love to see Primaris Helbrecht. Although, I think I'm almost starting to feel sad for like all other armies in 40k. Like maybe we don't have to do every single Space Marine chapter before we do any Xenos.
Yeah. I think that would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the Space Marines need someone to beat up. I'm so happy my local hobby shop started selling trashed plastic card leftovers. So much cheaper. That's pretty cool. Dr. Drokel, the worst thing is when somebody puts something in their title that doesn't even get mentioned or shown in the video. Yes. Painters hate EOB for this one easy trick. Yes. And then there's no trick.
Mm-hmm. True, I'd appreciate if Orc, Tyranids, and Eldar got some love in that order.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, that'd be great.
I just want my Rough Riders back in the Imperial Guard. Well, you could always buy the Rough Riders from Forge World for like $50 a pop. Michael James, yeah, the constant Space Marine updates and new models is annoying. When will Eldar get some love? Those models are like 20 years old. That is true. Although, I didn't even remember, when did Janzar and the Howling Banshees come out? I feel like I never heard anything about it, and then all of a sudden they were just on the Webstar, and they look so good. They look so good. I don't even want to play Eldar, but I want a squad of Howling Banshees led by Janzar.
It's just a 10-minute video of Jay eating breakfast at McDonald's.
And they're like, "Sir, you can't eat here. We're not open for in like for sit down."
That's true. We could just eat in the parking lot like a savage.
Yeah.
We did that before.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have our McDonald's.
Well, today was a nice day, but
yeah,
the other days were a little chillier. Nick, what modeling software do you use for your gaming models? Well, for terrain, especially if it's something that's simple, like the Necron terrain, I used Vectorworks, but that's not a free solution. But I've been doing a lot of stuff in Blender recently. So I think you could get away with a lot in Blender.
Mm-hmm. Blender is very cool.
Vectorworks is good just because it's a drafting software, and I spent a lot of time in it. So I used to have a job doing that. So I am very familiar with it. But Blender, you can do a lot of fun stuff. I think if I wanted to be a true winner, I would switch to AutoCAD and Maya. Do a lot of work in AutoCAD, move all that model into Maya. I think that would be a really good workflow. But I don't have monies. Nick was a draftswoman. I was indeed.
Connor Reed, I don't know why a three multi-pose Chaos Obliterator box hasn't come out yet. If I'm still correct, running them in threes is still the best. Obliterators. Isn't there a plastic obliterators? Why do I feel like there's a model of a plastic obliterator? Like, I can see it in my mind, like this big buff guy with cannons for arms.
Well, that's just me.
Only in the starter kit for Chaos. Huh. What's in the starter kit for Chaos? What was the name of the starter kit for Chaos? You guys obliterate some plastic in the video today. Yep. It took one for the team. And you know what? I could always make that a peg leg orc.
That's true. And that's what we were saying right after it happened. Because sometimes you have an idea of what you want it to do in your head, and it doesn't always work out that way. But sometimes it works out better than you could ever imagine.
In the regular like Chaos start collecting, there's 2 plastic obliterators. Shadow Spear. I need to write that down because I need it for a video I'm writing. Interesting. Chaos also seems like they've gotten the short end of the stick for a while.
It is true. I think Chaos is pretty neat.
You know what I've had a long-term issue with? Space Marines with capes. They serve no tactical purpose. That is true. However, a lot of Space Marine chapters don't seem to base their tactics on, like, efficiency. Like a Black Templar are caping it up all day, every day.
I mean, isn't it just cooler?
Yeah. I could totally see, like, if you're doing like a Raptors or one of the more tactical Space Marine chapters. Yeah, capes aren't really gonna look their best there. Aren't they gonna get cold in your armor? Wasn't there a Halo trailer where Master Chief was like wearing a cloak over his Master Chief armor?
That's cute.
Scouts use capes for tactics. That is true. That is very true, Maxley Fox. And really the problem is bright blue armor. I waited for like 10 years for the Chaos reboot. My best friend is still waiting for Berserkers and Khorne Marines to get a reboot treatment. That's true. That's true. Khorne Berserkers are probably one of the oldest kits Games Workshop sells.
That's very sad.
You know what, though? Someone had to be last.
That's true.
Oh, I can only imagine.
It should have been Tau.
It should have been Tau. That's absolutely true. I can only imagine, though, what they're going to look like. When Games Workshop does update them, they're going to be badass.
Ooh.
I'd eventually love to see a new upgrade kit for each Chaos Legion. People will convert from there. It's a good point. The tricky thing with the Chaos Space Marine Legions is they're all kind of very different. But the Chaos Space Marine kit is kind of not pre-posed. It's kind of pre-designed for a certain look. For the Black Legion look, really. So if you want to do Night Lords or I don't know, someone else, it's a little bit tricky. Whereas the Primary Space Marines are completely blank. You could turn those guys into any chapter. They're almost too blank, like too plain. At least the Guard try. Each regiment's uniform tends to make sense to their respective environments. Valhallans, cold weather gear, Talarn, desert gear, Catachan, John Rambo lookalikes. If the Catachan didn't look so bad, I think that would be my my Guard regiment.
Ah, that'd be great.
The Chaos did kind of get some love, though, if you play Thousand Suns or Death Guard or Death Nurgle. If you play Nurgle, because they kind of got spun off into their whole new army with different models.
That's true.
Speaking of Night Lords, why doesn't Forge World just convert to plastic? Resin is such a pain and so expensive. I hate it when I get a Forge World kit and I have to clean it. Yeah, I mean, I think my problem isn't that Forge World uses resin. It's just that they're bad at it. Like, apparently their new kits are much better, but they're still known for having flaws in an industry where most companies have worked out how to do flawless resin casting. And they charge you double for it.
Right.
Again, I think Forge World should switch to 3D printing as a 3D print resource.
It would be pretty cool. So would they just sell the STLs?
No, they wouldn't. They would not sell any STLs. But you'd be able to commission anything from the Games Workshop catalog. And then they would send it to you printed well. If they sold, there's no way to protect an STL.
That's true.
You send somebody one Space Marine, every single person on Earth has that Space Marine.
Yeah.
I love the pointed boots on the new Chaos Marines. It's a subtly good design feature. Yeah, I think I saw that on the Raptors. They have like big giant boots with claws, and I like to think they like stomp their feet into the ground before they shoot their autocannon. What's the difference between a recast and a Forge World model? The recast has good detail. It's pretty true.
Those Russians, they know what they're doing.
I see the appeal of Forge World. I love the idea of like you have your army, it's complete, and now you want to like go the extra mile and get a giant flagship piece. I think that is cool. I don't think Forge World really does that anymore. Sort of. They kind of do. How do you guys cut out the Space Marine backpacks? I have trouble smoothing out the sprue marks and end up cutting the two nubs off. This is a problem I run into all the time because all of the modern Space Marine kits have the sprue attached to the ball of the backpacks. So what I do is I cut the sprue really, really high off the backpack, and then I'll usually sand it down with some nail files. I'll sand it down to about a millimeter above the ball, and then I go in with my hobby knife and I carefully cut away the remaining, and then I smooth it out so that I get a nice ball. And half the time I still mess it up and there's a little tiny dent on the ball where the sprue met the backpack. Because Games Workshop and their infinite window wisdom attach the sprue to the ball.
Yeah, probably not the best.
Has anybody checked out the new version of Hero Quest on Hasbro Pulse? I've heard about this. Hasbro, the multi-bajillion-dollar Hasbro, is doing a Kickstarter for a game where they're not updating it, they're just re-releasing it.
What? Have they fallen on some hard times?
I guess they must have. I mean, I hear the new Star Wars... I hear all toys aren't selling very well now. Kilgore Void. I chalk up sprue damage to battle damage. That's very true. Yeah, a ball would get dented.
It's true.
It has been redone, all new minis and everything. It's pricey though, $99.99 to $150. Huh. So what is Hasbro Pulse then? Because I heard it was a Kickstarter dealio. Hasbro Pulse doesn't sound like I can go to the store.
Many balls are dented in 40k.
It's Hasbro's online thing. It works like crowdfunding. It has to get to a certain level before it's funded and then made. But they've already redone all the minis and everything?
Sounds like made to order with extra steps.
It does sound a little like made to order with extra steps.
I love that.
It looks like a really good remake. Everything is the same, even the art. Oh, except it's updated. So everything's the same, but it's updated. They have the 3D sculpts done for now. They probably haven't done the tooling or molds yet. Oh, that's probably true. Yeah, the 3D sculpts, you can do that without anything.
On the toilet.
Yeah.
That's where I do my best 3D modeling.
Well, you send out the emails to the
Pro tip.
Fiverr artists who design them. Eric Iverson, by the way, I finished those Patreon guard bully grins I mentioned a few days ago. They turned out great. Ooh. That sounds very cool. Praetorian guard bully grins. Neat.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of which,
if you want to vote for our next, if you want to vote for our next live stream, what we're gonna do on our live stream, go to our Patreon.
Yeah.
And
tomorrow,
you can vote for it.
Tomorrow we're gonna be doing something new.
Yeah.
Oop. I just checked our I just checked the numbers. It's pretty close. Votes are pouring in as we speak.
Let me check. Yep. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fun thing is we have an even number of patrons.
Yes.
So they could just ruin the whole thing if you wanted to.
Yeah, if it's a tie, I paint nothing.
Yeah.
Why did I decide to use this brush?
It spoke to you.
I guess so. It's kind of a nasty brush to do edge highlighting with.
If it's time, we get a McDonald's breakfast stream.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds like that's what they want more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, can I have the McBreakfast?
It's 4 in the
Okay.
afternoon. Can I still have it?
Sir, you don't deserve it.
Okay.
Well, then you just go to Taco Bell and get those cinnamon delights.
Imagine ogrins with big pith helmets, red shirts, and navy blue pants that have red stripes going down the sides seams.
Do you guys have a gallery to check out fan minis? Interesting. We have right now they're posted everywhere. So some people post stuff to Instagram, some people post stuff to our subreddit, which I would say subreddit might be the best place to go, and some people post some of the stuff to Patreon. But I would say for right now, the subreddit is probably the best place if you want to post some stuff. Diorama of a Necron and an orc eating at Mickey D's. That'd be pretty good. So is Nick the Nicron?
Nicron.
Nicrons. Cobra avoids enjoying those pajama boys.
Yeah, they're getting real. I mean, they're done, really. I'm just checking them one by one and doing any little last, 5% thing I can think of, like edge highlighting the tongue blades.
Craig Turpin says, looking at K&J Magnetics, nothing is in metric. It's all in inches. Is there a converter? Really? I thought it was in metric. Because in the video we talked metric.
Why would you need to convert for the best Yeah.
Exactly.
It's the Imperial system. It's so good that we're the only ones who use it. It's very exclusive.
Oh, I see. They might be in metric. Or they might be in freedom units.
Oh, I tried to order, but ended up eBaying for magnets. Aw, there it's good stuff. There must be a way. I think their sizes correspond to metric because I use my digital calipers on them, and they're always even metric sizes. So I wonder if they're in Imperial just because of the audience, an American audience.
That's true. Although I like metric for technical stuff like this. It's annoying. I don't know what a 16th means. I mean, I do. But I don't really know. I can't imagine what a 16th by a 32nd is. It's a little hard to imagine.
If you look at their calculator, they have it inches or millimeter. Says Kilgore Void.
Ah, they do.
The Imperial system is better for woodworking. The metric system is better for machining. Yeah, I bet that's true.
Yeah, whenever I design anything in like for 3D printing, I do it all in metric. Just a lot easier. All of my if I do any hardware, like add in like screws or anything, like if I'm building some sort of a weird, I don't know. I've built some like things that hold up lights and stuff. I always do that in metric because my bolts and stuff are metric.
And because you're a bad American?
Yeah.
Because if you were a real American, you would just...
Craig Turpin, I'm moving to Canada. Do you have a couch? I know. If I was a true American, I would just suck it up.
And you would learn what 1764s look like.
Yeah. You don't just know. I do, but I'm using it. Damn it. Buy another one.
What am I looking for? Oh, brown or purple wash. Some good.
Problem is, if you tried to convert the U.S. to metric, we'd have at least 2 generations of people who effectively didn't know how to measure anything. Yeah, but they'll die. They'll die off. That's true. Imagine you go from like one day you just have to know what kilometers are. You wake up and all the signs are changed, and you feel like you're in a different country. Then you're gonna have to start driving on the left side of the road. Connor Reed prefers Imperial for height. I think it's easier to visualize. I wonder, is it easier to visualize just because you know it better? Because I can tell you what 5'10 looks like because I'm 5'10. 6 feet for the ladies, though. But, you know, I feel like if I grew up with the metric system, I feel like I would know that better. And I'd be able to imagine that.
When I was learning to be a welder, I had to do some assignments in metric and some assignments in Imperial. And I was really nervous to do assignments in the metric. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, this is really easy. I picked it up immediately. So clearly Imperial is a lot better. Casey Lance. I caught the stream just before you're about to end. This is true. Like right before. But if you subscribe to the Patreon, then you could catch a Friday late night stream.
That's true. And you could vote on what we're going to be streaming on tomorrow.
Yes, you could. You could be the tiebreaker or the tie maker.
Or the time maker. I sent you a link to the EonsOfBattle subreddit. It's to look at some Bulgrins.
Ooh. All right. Also, these Gene Stealers are done. They're done. Look at them.
Yeah.
I like them.
We'll have to put them on our Instagram at some point. Oh yeah, you can see the captain on bike on our just for like a few seconds in our newest video.
Can.
But I took some videos, so I'm gonna make a reel for Instagram too, so you'll be able to see that. I lost her.
All right. Ooh,
There she is.
Those are fun Bulgrins.
Yeah.
Yeah, very neat.
I hope those Gene Stealers eat some Space Marines soon.
They're not done. Where are the ones you watched in the first episode? These are phony. Yeah, I think these guys turned out excellent. I like the bright colors.
Yeah.
I like super highlighting everything. Worked out really nice.
Yeah.
And I only have like 25 more to do.
Perfect. And it took barely any time. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Good night.
Yeah, good night. Check out the video today if you haven't seen it